a lot of people think that the valuations of the equity markets in the US is insanely high. And that's valid and true, only if you are considering domestic factors only. You see, when we look at the total market cap of the US publicly listed companies, it's around $62 trillion as of December 2024. But when we look at the total money supply in the US, which is measured by M2, it's around $21.5 trillion. Okay. Now, $25 trillion money supply versus $62 trillion of market cap. How is it possible? That means if everybody is willing to pay their cash to buy stocks, you don't have enough cash to buy the remaining stocks because the valuation is 3 times the money supply in the US. So how is it possible? That means the stock market is not only attracting capital from the US alone, it's also attracting capital from the rest of the world. Okay, so when we look at the global M2, the global money supply, it's around 88 point something trillion dollars. Okay, that explains $88 trillion versus $62 trillion of market cap. But why? Well, the answer is, if you look at the global economy right now, it's in turmoil across the world. Okay, look at Canada, Eurozone, UK, like Germany. Germany has been in recession. Their major economic engines are laying off people like Volkswagen. Okay, so Germany is in recession. Eurozone is in turmoil because of the war. UK is in recession. China is having a major real estate crash. Japan hasn't even recovered since 80s crisis. Australia pretty much in same boat as Canada. So when you look at the across the world, the global economy is really struggling. So while the central banks are cutting rates, that means an indication of loose monetary policy, that effect will actually produce liquidity in the global economy. So where does that liquidity go when you don't have enough alternatives in the global economy? When it comes to investing, staying informed is everything. That's why I've been diving into Moomoo. It's got some tools that are pretty useful for navigating today's market. For example, Moomoo gives you free access to real-time level 2 market data, advanced charting tools, and professional-grade research. The kind of stuff that you usually pay extra for on another platforms, like Questrade. And let's not forget the low FX fees. If you are trading in the US stocks, like myself, I don't trade TSX. Those savings can really add up over time. Pair that with the insight that you're getting, it's a game changer for making informed decisions. Plus, while you're waiting for the right market moves, your idle cash earns a solid 6% annual return through their Cash Plus feature. That's a nice bonus. So whether you're trading actively or just keeping an eye on the market trends, Moomoo is definitely worth a closer look. So you can start investing today by clicking on my referral link, which will give you $50 free credit to start with. Thank you, Moomoo, for sponsoring this video. Nothing from this content should be deemed as a financial advice. Please consider all the risks associated with the investing. Terms and conditions apply. The answer is US stock market. So the majority of the liquidity that is circulating in the global economy is actually channeling through the US stock market, which is why we're seeing the market valuations are so insanely high. And even we're seeing the market is inching higher. Okay. Now, there is no guarantees. There are only probabilities. Okay. So the market can still go up as long as the global money supply is channeling into the US. And this can continue as long as there are no alternatives in the global economy and US remains attractive for the global capital to flow into those markets. Okay. Now, if something happens in the global financial system, like GFC type scenario, of course, everything will collapse with that. But as long as the US keeps its momentum in terms of business-friendly policies, lower interest rate environment, liquidity is keep flowing, I don't see why the market will actually collapse. Eventually, it will hit the peak and then from that, it will come down. But the momentum right now we are seeing, it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. Again, there are no certainties, only probabilities. But the probability of getting liquidity flowing into the US is still high. Still high. Now, with these tariffs, things could change because tariffs are double-edged sword. It will hurt the other partners, like global partners, but it will also hurt the US economy as well, because US economy also depending upon the stuff that they import from the rest of the world. Okay, so there will be a lot of volatility, uncertainties. I think after 2-3 months things will settle down, but during that time there will be a lot of ups and downs. But I think we have to see We have to see, but I'm just giving you a perspective why the high valuations are still justified and the markets can stay irrational as long as you stay solvent. Let me know what you think about it. Put your comment down below. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. If you are interested in reading about these topics like macroeconomics, financial markets, what's happening with the geopolitical situation, what's happening with interest rate, monetary policy, Federal Reserve, ECB, China, Japan, I cover these topics in a very simple and plain English in a very digestible format. If you like to read about this, there is a link in the description about my newsletter that I send out every week. Do yourself a favor, click subscribe, and enjoy reading. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Just wanted to let you know that I also offer one-on-one consulting calls to the individuals who are looking to discuss their financial planning, their investment strategies, their kids' education planning, their immigration moves, as well as the young professionals, because I have been in the tech industry for almost 20 years. So I also offer one-on-one consulting calls to the young professionals who are looking to have their career development discussion with me, and also personal branding as well. So if you are looking to have some sort of an expert opinion, there is a calendar link in the description below. Book a 30 minutes call with me and I will be more than happy to help you out.